Samantha here from Lolli Lulu Crafts, and today is the final instalment of our mini album, our Elegant Edges mini album. We've done all the pages. Did you ever think we would get through them all? So we've finally done all the pages. I think this has taken so long, but I wanted to give a nice gap in between each episode so that if you were crafting along with me, you had plenty of time to do each of your pair of pages. But anyway, we've now completed it, so except for obviously it's all separated, so we need to just do the final bit, which is putting it together. So I had already right at the beginning picked out and cut my wire spiral thing, and it's in this gorgeous sort of pinky, sort of lilac-y pink colour, which goes perfectly with our book here. So now I need to get my cinch machine and we need to start putting this all together. So before we get to the actual cinch, now what I want is that I like when these get squeezed together, I like the join part to be inside the actual one of the pages in here, rather, well, actually on the back if possible, but sometimes it's hard to work that out, so that it's not, so the outside loop is a nice clean loop and you'll be able to turn the pages nice and easily without the join getting in the way. So in order to work that out, we need to make sure that we turn the page over so that this goes on the inside. So we just must remember to do that when we put these onto our cinch. Okay, so let's get the machine. Okay, so here's my cinch machine, and it's got a little clip here that holds that down, but we're not going to need this part for the moment. We're actually going to be doing on the side here. Now I might need to just lift this so you can see. Along the side here are these little notches, and this is where you hook your, oops, it's not so easy to do when you're turning it over. That's where you hook your wire so that then you can, it just holds it in place while you're putting your pages onto the hook. So I'm just going to keep that up so it's out the way and we can see what's going on. Now this is where I need to think about exactly, as I said, where this join is going to sit. Now because I'm hoping that I'm doing this right, because it's always in my head and I think I'm doing it right and sometimes I get it wrong, but anyway, what I want is, because you can choose where you want it, but what I want is my join to be inside my back page here. So I'm going to take my back page and I'm going to flip it around as if it's going around the spine. So can you see that? You've got to imagine, let's move this out of the way. You've got to imagine that your coil is on here and that you're opening your page to look at it, and I'm flipping it all the way around, because otherwise it will be back to front and it won't work. Okay, so that then should put our join in between our back page, because that's now the back page, and the page before it. So then we're going to take our cinch and we're going to start putting these pages and just making sure that we hold everything and don't get anything muddled up. So we're going to put everything on to our wire here. Anyway, so now I'm just going to check this in my mind. So that would then, if that was then squeezed tight closed, this bit would flip around to the back and our join would be in between the back page, so that should be correct. It's worth checking it before you squeeze it together. That said, once you do cinch it, you can easily pull it apart. I've got several notebooks that I've made where I've done the front cover and then I've just put a load of paper inside, and my dad particularly uses his quite a lot, and I just refill it, and all I do is I pull the wire apart, put more paper in that I've punched, and then re-cinch it, and it's fine. I mean, I've done it loads of times and it hasn't been a problem, so you can keep redoing it. So then what we're going to do is, you've got your cinch and you're going to just pop it in there. You've got some settings here. I nearly always have it on the 3/4 setting, just because I'd rather have it on the tightest setting, and then I judge how far I need to squeeze it. So you then would push this handle down, and as you push the handle down, which is hard to do when it's on its side, to show you, it just pushes that down and it squeezes those wires together. But what you want to do is just make sure that when you put the wires in, that it's nice and even, so that when it squeezes, it is squeezing those two together. Because if you had it like that, say, it'd be squeezing this bit down and they might not meet so good. So it's worth just making sure it's nice and even. And then we're just going to pop that in there, and I just watch from the side, and then sometimes I just make a little adjustment. And then sometimes, well, I just twist it so that I get the top of the wire there where the join is, and I put it at the top so that I just flatten that down, and it just makes that lovely and smooth. There we go. And then I'm just going to turn that, like I said, and then just squeeze it so that it just flattens that edge out where that piece meets here. You want it to be smooth, you don't want it to have a lumpy bit. And then we're going to take our back cover and bring it around. So all I'm doing is I'm twisting the coil so that the furthest part is against this back sheet, so that when I pull that around, it's nicely done up there and it gives them lots of room. And there we have our coil done. So there is our mini album. Now I put some ribbons and things along here. Okay, so here's a nice selection of little bits of ribbon and some grosgrain ribbon, some lovely silky crush ribbon, and some lovely silk ribbon. So we're going to make use of those. So I'm just going to turn this towards me, and then I'm just going to take pieces of the ribbon and I'm just going to start threading it through randomly. Easier said than done. And just tying a knot. And you want to probably double knot it just so that it definitely stays in place. And then you can cut that to length. I personally would do that after you've put all your bits of ribbon on, because I think you'll find otherwise you might cut it to the wrong length. So just again, okay, so I'm going to carry on doing this and then I'll come back and show you when it's all finished. Okay, so here it is all finished. It's all the ribbon on the edge here, just sort of just a little scruffy sort of finish to it really. I think it looks quite pretty. I think the colours are nice, it brings it all together nicely. So here it is, finished. It's all our pages, they turn over nicely, and there's going to be plenty of space for photographs and journaling, and all this has been made pretty much all from that one paper pack from Basic Grey, and obviously some extras like gems and brads and things, but it's all part of that Kyoshi collection, and I think it's turned out really nicely. So the next thing to talk about is to say that this is going to be a giveaway. I thought it would be fun, and hopefully you agree. It's for me to do a giveaway on it. So if you would like to have a chance to win this mini album, pop your comment down below the video, either on the blog post or on YouTube, wherever you are, and do just say as well that you're interested in entering into the giveaway itself, because you may be that you don't want to enter but you'd just like to leave a comment, which is fine too. I'd love to hear your comments. So just make sure if you are interested in winning it that you pop that in the comment so that I know to include you in the draw. Okay, so I will put all the details in the blog post and in the paragraph above in the YouTube paragraph as to the closing dates, etc. But otherwise that is it. So I hope you've enjoyed making this mini album with me, and I hope you like the finished results, and good luck if you want to enter into winning it. Good luck to you. Alright, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.